Welcome back, everybody, to Bullhook Golf, the podcast. I'm your host, Matt Cook. This is the co-host, Mr. Buttsy.
Hello. Happy to be here.
Or Barkley. Or Barkley. Just depends on how you want to go about it. Now, on tonight's episode, everyone, this is, by the way, the Players Championship special podcast edition. And, folks, we've got, obviously, the Arnold Palmer Invitational at Bay Hill. We're going to recap that. We're also going to talk about, clearly, the Players Championship, which is the biggest event we've got going on this week. Then we've got the Swanee-style segment.
Yes.
And we've also got LIV Golf, Hong Kong. We're going to recap that great event. First off, though, we'd like to thank our sponsor. So, Swanee's Golf. Go to swanees.co. Use promo code POLHOOKGolf25 and check out. I am decked out tonight from top to bottom.
You really are.
I mean, even the shorts this time,
God.
I threw in the full order. This is the Boom Island collection.
Yeah, we're close enough to Easter.
Love that. And this is perfect for Easter.
Very good.
I can go straight from the golf course to church, back to the parents or wherever I'm going to end up being. You know, it's
looking
fantastic.
Sharp, looking real sharp.
Once again, promo code POLHOOKGolf25 at swanees.co. And then also Bushwood. We are having some Bushwood long ball tonight. I've got a little bit in the, don't tell anybody, got a little bit in here. So we're going to be
a little bit scared.
Certainly turned up towards the end of this episode. Butsy's got his full stash here. And if you want to get 20% off at bushwood.com, use promo code POLHOOKGolf20. Once again, that is POLHOOKGolf20 at bushwood.com. Get 20% off your entire order. I know everybody talks about, hey, we got to go to a liquor store. And by the way, we also want to thank Trevor's Liquor today. Which Trevor's Liquor? This place is absolutely incredible.
What a venue.
In North Scottsdale on Mayo Boulevard. This place has two golf simulators. You can see it behind me here. We've got one of the golf simulators. The other one is right here to the side. Behind us is a bar and restaurant. They do fresh pizza from scratch. They pull their own mozzarella. Incredible. It's incredible action out here. So thank you to Trevor's Liquor. But folks, if you want to get a few bottles of Bushwood, take advantage of that damn promo code.
It's hard to beat, guys. As somebody that drinks
everything,
way too much, well, everything, but way too much bourbon. I'm a rye guy. They also have a rye, the long ball rye. Is it the long ball rye?
No. So long ball rye, I am out of.
We don't have that.
Yeah, I got to hit up.
This might be his last bottle, so Bushwood's going to get some more of that. But it's hard to beat this stuff, especially at the price point. It rivals anything in that price point, especially with a discount. It's hard to beat. So
can't beat it. All right, let's get started. Arnold Palmer Invitational at Bay Hill. Let's go ahead and recap this bad boy because Scottie Scheffler shows us that, man, if he can putt, and just decently, he will dominate out there because of how good he is as a ball striker. Were you impressed with Scottie this weekend?
Well, it's kind of like, for me, it's about fucking time, dude. I mean, we've been waiting for the guy to roll the rock. He's been in the top 5, ball striking, greens and regulation, fairway sit, driving distance, etc. It's about time, and it's happening.
It is happening.
It's happening.
It's absolutely awesome to see. I mean, he's got the TaylorMade Spider, the new putter. We were talking about that on last week's episode around how if Scottie Scheffler is in this honeymoon phase, he could win it. But what would happen come Sunday? Luckily, he had a big enough lead to where he putted incredibly on Sunday. I believe he only had 9 putts on the front 9 Sunday.
Yeah.
So
Scottie rolling the rock is dangerous, for sure.
And they've been tweaking it too. They added a half an inch to the putter length and all that good stuff. They did. So TaylorMade's taking good care of him. They're like, because what a promo for them, for him to go from Scotty Cameron to the Olsen guy, and now to the TaylorMade Spider. And if he could putt well with that damn thing, that's going to be, I mean, those things are going to start selling like Hot Pockets.
We're going to see a lot of Scheffler W's if it's anything like what happened this past weekend, for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So he wins by 5, 15 under par at an extremely difficult golf course that was set up like a major championship, folks. I mean, this thing, the rough was tough. The greens were firm and fast. It was incredible. So Bay Hill does not disappoint once again. I think I was listening to, who the hell was it on the broadcast? They were talking about how at Bay Hill, they've gone from, all of a sudden they'd show up and they knew that it would be like 20-something under, nice and easy. And then all of a sudden one year they show up and it's like 7 under wanting.
Right.
And they're just like, when did this just become brutally difficult? Yeah,
Literally.
and so they've set it up as such. It is a signature series event.
How long has it been?
Had a very small cut.
7,200? 7,250?
So it was, what was it last week? I actually have the show notes from last
well
week.
into the 7.
Let's see. So last week, the 7,400 yards.
It's not sure.
Not a short golf course. And now, with Scottie Scheffler and putting and winning with that putter, guess who called it? Buttsy absolutely called that one.
Got it by 5 points. Top of the key. Sorry, I just.
It gets me every time. Even with the promo clip that we've got, I'm just like, when that comes up, I just laugh. I'm like, holy shit, there comes Barkley.
Got to go out. Got to roll it in. Got to roll the rock. Top of the key. Sorry.
So yes, I give you praise, but I will.
Thank you.
I will give you half praise because in my show notes I had either Scottie Scheffler or Rory McIlroy. I gave you first pick. You took Scottie. So fair enough.
You walked me into it.
Rory McIlroy. What a disappointment.
What's going on with Rory?
I feel like he's an enigma right now.
Yeah.
It doesn't make a whole lot of sense. He's so talented. I mean, he's still at the top of his game. I mean, he had the back nine on Saturday to where he went Yahtzee and shot 30.
Right.
Which that back nine is so difficult that for him to do that, just I don't even know what to say.
What was the line that he took off the tee on? What was that? Where he took it over the crowd.
I think that was
JT copied him.
I think that was 10 or 11. He's the only person to ever drive the green.
Well, he does that the last 10 tournaments, right? I mean, he's continued to be super impressive off the tee, but the golden boy of the PGA Tour, like, he just hasn't gotten it done in a while. I don't know. It's weird. Is it putting? Is it where's the weakness at? It just doesn't look like he has one.
It just seems like he goes through these mental lapses to where it just doesn't. It's not there.
It's weird.
It's really strange. It's like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
Yeah,
that's what it comes down to. So Rory McIlroy, our fun little Irishman, is not. He's not too happy out there. So we'll see this week.
I'm pulling for him though.
Rory has won the Players Championship before, so I feel like if he's going, and he also has won Bay Hill. So I'm like, okay, these two tournaments are stacked in Rory's favor in a lot of ways. And let's just see what he can do this week. Maybe he can break out and actually do something. But let's do a little leaderboard rundown because guess what, folks? Wyndham Clark is the real deal.
He's arrived. He has certainly arrived. Yes, he has.
I'm really impressed with Wyndham because it's the tough tournaments that he's playing so well in.
He's proved himself. Kind of like let's say it's modern day Webb Simpson. Like when he was hot back in the day, kind of showed himself like that. But I don't know if you can make that correlation. But Wyndham is here. He's here to stay, I think.
Wyndham's here. He bombs the ball.
Sure.
Great ball striker. And when he gets that flat stick rolling, man, he can play. So he finishes second all by himself at 10 under. You've got Shane Lowry, another Irishman, who was angry last week. A lot of people got angry at him for throwing his club in the ground and then whipping on the kick.
The one time Shane Lowry throws a golf club in his life, he just gets paraded.
I don't know if people were more upset about him hitting the ground or whiffing on the kick. It was one of those moments. So people were just upset.
Yeah.
And then so he finishes solo third and 9 under. You got Russell Henley, and Willie Z, Will Zalatoris.
I'm excited about Willie.
They finished T4. And here's the great thing about Willie Z, man, because Willie Z, for the longest time, it was always, man, if this kid could putt, he would be unstoppable. Then the back injury. Now he's had to revamp his swing. He's still not completely there yet.
No, I was going to say he hasn't even hatched yet, like via the injury. And I think we're going to see some exciting things out of Willie.
We're going to see some incredible stuff out of Will Zalatoris. He is trending in the right direction for the Masters, which, by the way, he has finished second at the Masters previously.
Yeah.
And has been in the top 10 full time. So I really just feel like Will Zalatoris is in a place right now to where he's trending in the right direction. Could be a solid pick for the Masters.
Now, is Willie Z, is that what you call him? Or is that what a lot of people call him?
No idea. I just threw it in the notes.
It felt right.
Yeah, it really did.
Willie Z.
Willie Z.
I like it.
Yeah.
Willie Z.
It's Happy Gilmore's caddy.
Absolutely.
So, I mean,
where are you going with those clubs? Honk.
But he's playing great. He's got the LIV Golf Mezwan putter with the broomstick, and he is just stroking that thing.
How many people are going to the LIV Golf putters?
I got to tell you, man, they're taking over. They're absolutely taking over.
It's unbelievable.
Now, the other guy who is really trending in the right direction was Hideki Matsuyama. And Hideki Matsuyama faltered on Sunday, okay? You could start to see things start to fall apart a little bit in Friday's round and then Saturday. So it was like, okay, there's some struggle still there. He's working extremely hard on his game, but that's another guy that's trending in the right direction for the Masters this year. So I'm quite excited to see him.
Looks great coming in.
Looks great.
Yeah.
So another one that I'm very high on for the Masters. And then, he was T12 -3 along with Justin Thomas. So Justin Thomas kind of trending as well. Yeah? What do you think about JT?
I just don't know what to say about JT. I love JT when he came out, and he's doing kind of the same thing Rory's doing. Both players incredibly talented. I don't know what needs to happen. I mean, you watch him play week to week, and the game is there. I don't really see a weakness. Like with a guy like Scheffler, you can pinpoint it, right? Obviously the putting. Tee to green, you're beating everybody. But those guys, those two, it looks like everything's pretty fucking solid, and it just doesn't add up. So I don't know what to say about that.
We got a little comment here.
What's that?
Are you guys going to be at Putting World this weekend for the big event? You bet your ass we are.
Goddamn right.
You bet your goddamn ass, Nathan Stroud. Or is it Strand? Nathan Strand. We are not only going to be there, but
tell him.
Well,
this is the first.
This is the first thing we're going to talk about. This is that Saturday we'll be around, but Sunday for the big championship, which it's $100,000 purse, folks. We're going to have full commentary. Buttsy and I are going to be live streaming from Putting World and doing commentary. We're going to have a cameraman. Mr. Pissed Off Paul is going to be there.
He is going to be there. Pissed Off Paul.
He's going to be doing the on-course commentary. So he's going to be our on-course commentator. He's going to be our cold nose for the week.
This is literally real-life ESPN the Ocho.
Yeah.
We're doing it live. It's going to be awesome. If you don't watch that, you're an idiot.
If you...
Sorry. That's going to be some of the best things. It's going to be one of the best things you've ever seen if you're at golf.
And just know that if you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball. So we've got that going for us. Can't wait to do some commentary there. I can't wait for somebody to either hit it out of bounds or hit it into the rough. I've got a few lines already ready to go for when that happens. Cannot wait. I know we're going to have a blast.
I have one prep. Do you know what it is? I'll show you what the first line is. Ready? Right when somebody puts it out.
Here we go. Ooh. That's it. All right.
That's all I got.
Hey, I was really expecting more. But, we got that going for us. Yeah. Fantastic stuff there.
Very good. Thank you.
A little bit sidetracked there, but that leads us from one championship into the next, the Players' Championship. This is what this episode is all about. Now, Buttsy, they call this the best field in golf. It's been their motto for a while now. Yeah, so I was going to ask you, how do you feel about that?
It's just, it was until LIV came along, and I feel like this is a trend with the last few shows we've done, especially in light of LIV and its popularity growing and some of the players that have been cultivated over there. They're not going to be in the field. So you can't call it the best field in golf. Sorry, you can't. I don't give a fuck about the world golf rankings. It is no longer the best field in golf. It's just not.
Sorry, I was feeling the chance here. I don't know if people can hear in the background the music that they're bumping.
I can't hear the bass.
Yeah, but it's solid.
I did a story earlier, so it just kind of sounds like... But you look great. It's like you especially for a white guy. That was a lot of vibes.
That's one thing that I got. I can dance. All right. So, best field in golf. I have to agree, it is no longer the best field in golf, but I do rephrase the question a little bit to, is it the best field that we'll see in a golf tournament this year?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not, though, because the Masters, US Open, because the LIV guys will come back. So I guess technically that's not the case anymore. They really can't use them.
This episode of Pole Hook Golf is brought to you by Bushwood Spirits, a lifestyle company with roots deep in golf's most beloved traditions. Bushwood brings more than just premium whiskey to your table. It brings a sense of nostalgia and camaraderie that every golfer cherishes. Whether you're reliving your best shots or simply enjoying the 19th hole with friends, Bushwood is there to make those moments even more memorable. And here's something to toast to. As a listener of Pole Hook Golf, you get an exclusive 20% off at bushwood.com. Just use promo code PoleHookGolf20 at checkout. Embrace the spirit of golf, share a laugh, and be the ball with Bushwood Spirits. Your next great golf story starts with a sip. Now let's get back to the show.
It's hard to say anything. Yeah, there's such a separation now. It's hard to say that any one of it beholds the best way. It's hard to say. For sure.
Yeah, definitely tough.
You're really vibing over that.
I feel
looking over, your shoulders are moving.
It's the outfit.
It is.
It's the Swanee's outfit. This is the cleanest outfit so far from Swanee.
You're feeling real. Like when you put that on, you left the house, you were glowing.
I was feeling myself. I was like, this is going down tonight.
Very good.
So yeah, too many players are on LIV Golf that are top players for it to be the top field, but it still is a prestigious event. And I will tell you this. I don't like to admit this, but I started golf late.
Doesn't like it.
We were kind of in the same age range when we both started. I was 13 years old. Took me a few years to actually start watching golf. Really wasn't a golf watcher for the initial couple years. I just fell in love with playing.
Yeah.
And so when David Duval, which this is the 50th year of the Players' Championship, when David Duval won, and I was a huge Double D fan in more ways than you can imagine.
Were you really?
Yep, love Double Ds in every way. Now, with that said, Double D goes and wins the Players' Championship, and I thought he had just won a major. I thought the Players' Championship, that young, I thought it was the fifth major.
I didn't think I did until, like I said, the last year or two. It really is. It's hard to say that it's not.
It is tough to say that it's not. I mean, the golf course is phenomenal.
How do you qualify for the Players?
You got to be one of the top players.
Right. You got to be in the top whatever. I mean, it's
So it's top 50. It kind of plays like a signature event. Top 50, then there is top 10 in the world or top 70 in the world or something along those lines.
And you have a golf fan out there. I mean, watching it on TV, it doesn't look like a regular tour event. It doesn't have the same vibe. The venue, how it's set up, the fans, just you got like an amphitheater type feel like you got at the Masters. I'm not trying to relate it to the Masters at all, but you got that vibe. It feels like a major, for sure.
You definitely do. It has the major feel to it, and it's a Pete Dye golf course, which, if you know anything about Pete Dye and Pete Dye golf course designs,
son of a bitch.
He hates golfers.
Yep.
Absolutely hates them. So he designed golf courses to absolutely mess with them mentally, physically, every way you could possibly think. Rest in peace, Pete.
Rest in peace. R.I.P. Dye.
True legend of golf course design. This golf course only stretches out at 72-75.
Holy.
Par 72. So at least you got 4 5s in there.
Yeah.
And obviously the famous 17th hole is the island hole. I got to ask you, how would you go about playing the island hole?
Dude, every year I watch it. Obviously, as a kid, I was like, I'd play it and I'd make birdie there. Then I got a little older and played a few golf tournaments, found out what nerves were. And I think that would just multiply itself by about 10 billion off that tee box. I think I'd be lucky to make contact with the ball. I might just chunk it, club might go right over the ball, miss, and I'd start pouring sweat, maybe shit my pants. I don't know. It wouldn't be good. I wouldn't make farther.
Don't wear white pants if you're going to do that.
No, it would be so bad for me.
Maybe brown pair of pants would work out well for you.
That tee shot alone might even be the reason that I can quit pursuing professional golf. It's just not something I think I could do.
Yeah.
How about you? What would you do?
I would go for the center of the green every freaking time.
You think you'd flush it?
Not every time, which is why I would play the yardage to the center. And then if I hit it just a touch, not clean enough, it's going to hit the front part of the green, no matter where the pin is. So if the pin was in the back left, still going to play it to that same spot and just rely on the putter in order to get a 2-putt in and wish for a little bit of luck.
How much action has happened on that Remember when the youngsters out there aren't going to remember this, but when that bird picked up, was it Freddie's ball? No.
Oh, God.
Remember when the bird picked up the ball?
I don't know whose ball that was.
And I knowing to get off track there, we're like, what's the ruling on that? Do you get to replace it?
I believe you do.
Okay, sorry.
I believe you do.
Sorry, I don't know. We might have to go to the gallery on that one, but we'll talk about that later.
We might need to be fact-check on that one. But Austin Whittington...
Remember when the bird took the ball?
So Austin here, he's referring to, he goes, players cheat, bro. So he's referring to Siwoo Kim. Siwoo Kim, when he won the Players' Championship, he referred to himself in everything that he did for a solid, 2 years. Player champ, bro.
Oh, like a box?
He would just... Oh, so if Bobby, who was caddying for him at the time, would be like, Siwoo, we need to lay up here. No,
I'm a player's champ.
Player champ, yeah. And so, there you go.
God, he's so likable, man.
I love Siwoo, man. His English is getting really good. Remember back in Hawaii, actually, it was the Sony Open, and I was dead when all of a sudden he hits a shot and he goes, "Same fucking swing," and the announcers just go, "Wow, looks like Siwoo's English is getting a lot better."
He's been hanging out in a couple pubs. He's picking up the local language.
Oh God, absolutely love it. Now, as we kind of proceed into the tournament analysis here, so we're gonna have some weather conditions. It's not gonna be rainy or anything along those lines, but the wind is gonna be just enough. It's gonna be in that 10 to 13 mile an hour range all 4 days. So it's just enough to mess with the golf.
And that's a huge issue there, right? Just like it is at the Masters, because there's a lot of holes, amphitheater style, tree line. They don't feel it on the ground.
Yeah.
Ball gets above the tree line. So speaking of that par 3 that we were just talking about that's just so wretched and I'm fearful of, I think it is. If it's windy, you're going to see a lot of nugs in the water.
Yes.
I mean, we should do a bet.
Why, over under? How many you think are...
Goddamn.
20 over under.
20? There's way more than that. By the end of the week, they have that little stat that they show. A lot of guys hit it and then drink.
I'll take the under.
You're going to take under 20 balls and drink?
Under 20.
For the week?
For the week.
Boom. I think 60. Wow. 60 plus.
A lot of balls. A lot of balls out there.
$10.
Yes. $10.
Cocktail.
I gave him the fish hand on that.
That was a no-pay Monday shake. That was a weird shake. Very clammy.
You're welcome.
Very clammy.
Yeah.
I saw you were peeing in there. Anyways, we'll get there.
There might have been. Didn't wash my hands.
Sorry, go ahead.
Well,
sorry.
there you go. We got win conditions.
Well, we got a bet.
For 4 days, and we got a bet. Also, hang on a second. We got another comment from Chad Gamblin. Let's throw this.
Chad Gamblin.
So,
Pastor Chad.
Chad Gamblin goes, Ricky Romano's putter for the winner. Wow. I don't know what that means to you.
Ricky Romano's putter. Oh, he wants me to tell the story.
Uh-oh.
The jailbird.
The jailbird.
You know the story of the jailbird?
A little bit.
The jailbird
Why don't you
putter.
share it with the people?
I'm going to try to do this quickly. I tend to do run-on sentences, especially when I get up to about 0.04 BC. Anyways, Ricky Romano, he's a caddy here for Ricky.
Ricky Fowler?
Ricky Fowler, duh. They've been friends forever. Used to ride dirt bike, around Metal Militia, all that. See, I'm already running it on. Anyways, Romano, I get him mixed up. He put it on the gateway tour with the jailbird for years. So he becomes Fowler's caddy. They're out in the practice round. They're playing together. And Fowler apparently comes over and goes, "What the hell is that thing?" And it's like from 2009 or 12 or some shit like that. It's an old, it was like $190 when it came out. Covered in lead tape. Fowler starts making everything with it. Next week, Odyssey's re-releasing the putter. Fowler's back. It's making everything. And I think...
Well, then you got Wyndham who
Clark.
grabbed it.
So they played a practice round for the U.S. Open. And he said, let me try that. So all because the caddy had this fucking old thing in his bag.
Good old Ricky Romano.
Now, he didn't. I said, they owe you a lot of money because, like, this thing is now re-released. It's, like, the hottest shit in golf. That's the story.
See, I didn't know that it stemmed from Ricky Romano. I knew that Ricky had it, and then it led to Wyndham, and then it led to a couple other guys.
No, they were out dicking around together, and he goes, dude, what are you putting with? That old putter? Let me see that. games it, says put the same amount of tape on it, rest is history.
See, fuck around and find out. That's what they did. They fucked around, they found out.
Yep, they are.
Gotta love that. And then they led to a lot of money for Odyssey.
A lot.
Because those things were like hot pockets.
Well, you even got Toulon now that makes a milk version of it called the Albatross.
Wow.
So, anyway, little knowledge.
Great name there. Keep the comments coming, by the way. We'll keep driving them as we go through tonight. But let's do a little bit of a field breakdown here because previous winner, guess who? Scottie effing Scheffler. So Scottie Scheffler, could he win it again? Who knows?
Back to back.
I do wonder who your pick is going to be this week. We're gonna find out. But can he go back to back on a Pete Dye design golf course?
Oh man, speaking of Fowler, I think that's my guy this week.
If we're not to the betting segment yet.
Well, you just asked me.
No, I said it. Oh God! Now
hit that rewind button. Make that weird noise.
Can Scottie Scheffler go back to back?
Oh, Scheffler going back to back. He could. But like we said, he's going through that little holy matrimony phase with the putter.
Yeah, honeymoon.
You know how that goes. You find one that works.
As soon as he starts missing a couple, honeymoon's over.
He's going to miss a 4.
I hate you. I want a divorce.
Yeah. I don't see him going back to back. I really don't. I just don't. That would be really cool if he did, but I don't see that happening.
Oh, Chad again. Chad's throwing out there that Odyssey owes Romano big money here.
Big money.
Throw that up there for a second for everybody.
And I don't want to get stuck on that fact. Thank you for that, bastard Chad. They really do. Anyways.
Yeah, they do. All right, so let's go through a little bit of a field breakdown once again. So Scottie Scheffler, can he go back to back? The census is no. I'm on the no side because it's a Pete Dye golf course, not because it's Scottie Scheffler. I think Scottie Scheffler certainly could win it again. I just don't see it because you have to have so many breaks on a Pete Dye golf course. Like, that's why there's never really been too many back-to-back winners there. So I don't see that happening.
We should have looked up that stat before we got on here tonight because I'd like to know who actually has gone back to back.
I don't think there has.
Has there been? Yeah, so there you go. There it is. There's a reason for that. Pete Dye.
And then Scottie Scheffler does play well in the wind, though, so who knows? We'll see. Let's get a little bit deeper into this because we did talk a little bit about Rory McIlroy. He won there in 2019, so he's going to obviously be in the field this week. He's going to be a contender.
Matsuyama hasn't won, right?
I don't believe so.
He hasn't won the post.
No.
Okay. You got a lot churning.
Yeah.
You got a lot churning.
You're going to do an in-the-moment kind of situation.
I think so. Sorry.
Justin Thomas, he finished T12 last week, as we talked about. He won in 2021. So another guy that plays well out there. And then Victor Hovland, he's been an enigma this year as well.
Why?
So
what happened to Hovland?
He got so locked in at the end of last year. Remember, Hovland was like the college kid that just ripped a bong, ends up showing up on the first tee. He's all smiles, red-eyed, like just happy-go-lucky.
Yeah.
Oh, nothing in the world. Then the FedEx Cup, he looked like a machine. He was dead serious, did not crack a smile the entire time, and grinded out and ended up winning the FedEx.
Incredible.
Then he ends up going into the Ryder Cup and dominates there as well.
Yeah.
Was literally the best player, in my opinion, for the European team. And that's why I think he had an off season to where he just decompressed. And that takes a long time to get you back into that mindset of that grind.
You think
that
so?
Serious. It's tough. Like, it is not an easy thing to do, and you have to have, and by the way, it's confidence too, right?
Is this the come out? I mean, that's where
I'm leading
back event? Is that what you're saying?
I feel like this might be the breakout tournament for Victor Hovland. I really like him this week.
You're really putting, we got some interesting stuff going on here.
And then another big topic is Tiger Woods, which I know he was aiming to play in the Players' Championship, but he is not playing this week.
Oh my God! Brad Faxon just came out. He was talking about what's a Seminole. They were playing Seminole. You know, he could have taken a card. He walked it, and Brad said he's never seen him hit it that straight in his entire career. So why he elected to be out of this tournament, I don't know. It sounds like he was putting on a show, but
I don't think he needs the Players, and I think
it's not a major.
He felt like his game is so good at Seminole. This is my assumption, right?
You make a good point.
So I feel like he is like, wow, my swing and everything is so good right now. Let me not go screw it up and have to grind it out at the Players.
Or spend the energy, or potentially, flare up an old injury. He's got about 10 million of them, and blow his nut at a tournament that's not a major.
Don't blow your nut.
Don't blow your nut. Tiger's trying not to blow his nut. That's why he's not playing the Players.
You got to let them come first.
10 years ago, he probably doesn't care he's playing it. But yeah, he's probably saving himself. He knows he can win the Masters. Go on.
Just Tiger Woods reference with blowing a nut. Makes sense.
Well, sure. Hashtag Perkins.
God damn, you hit the seminal point. Well done. And with that...
Is that in the notes?
That is.
Oh, wow. See?
I mean, you were on top of it.
I've been reading.
I'm gonna take a second. I mean, feel free to just chime in a little bit more because I'm gonna take a swig.
How we doing over there? Every time you have that thermos on here, bad things happen. I don't know if anybody was watching the putting world last time we were there. My God.
Bushwood Spirits.
Well,
no, the problem is I learned my lesson. I learned my lesson at Putting World because I not only had the thermos, but I also had two glasses from the bartender. And I'm like, I normally have like the math equation done beforehand.
You walked over and you said, holy shit, we still got 2,500 viewers. And you sat back down and you went like this, and then I looked over and you were gone. And I was like, what's he doing? And you were rolling butts, and then somehow somebody gave you a microphone, which was a bad idea.
I thought it was a great idea.
These guys are practicing flipping out of bounds.
Just wait till Sunday. Just wait till Sunday. They said, what is it? So the winner gets $25,000. And I'm going to be, it's a purse of $100,000. It's $25,000 to the winner.
Okay, we can't fuck this up again. We can do that last time. These guys are putting for $1 million tonight. They weren't.
$1 million. No, not so much. But I do have to ask you, a viewer or an audience member asked me to ask you the story about David.
Oh, Duvall?
No, David.
David?
Yep.
Oh, I don't know.
Came from a Jeremy.
A Jeremy about David. Oh, that's my brother.
Yeah, no.
He's talking about David Duvall.
Okay.
Yeah, he's talking about Double D.
Share with us your David
Duvall
story.
My God, this is a long story. I don't know if you want to hear it. So, back in high school golf, Phoenix Open would come through. Being on the high school golf team, they would let us go out and carry a score sign.
Where'd you play high school golf?
Gilbert High School. Don't look up my fucking yearbook picture because I look like...
Was it sexy?
No, it's not sexy. You can't really tell what I am yet at that point in my life.
Okay.
You ever seen It's Pat? I do oops, I crack my nuts. There goes my snack.
Wow.
Yeah. Sick old reference. The old boys will remember that. But David Duvall.
Double D.
So, I'm carrying a sign. Matt Gogol, Justin Leonard. For the day.
Oh, you're carrying the sign?
Yeah, we're carrying the score sign. That's what they let us do, right? All the high school golfers,
that's great.
Top 3 teams got to go out and carry the sign behind the rows. So I'm standing, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm standing behind them. They're walking me off all day. But anyways, we get done with the round, and Justin Leonard's caddy he has Justin sign a bunch of balls, and then he gives us clubhouse passes.
Oh.
So we get to go in. So I got this hat that I've been wearing all day, right? And I'm getting all these autographs on it. I still have it. It's a Max Fly Revolution hat.
Love that.
Really good. It's got Nota Begay, it's got Tiger on it, John Daly, they're all,
I mean, date yourself there with the Max Fly.
Paul Azinger, Frank Licklider the third.
You think Max Fly is going to make a comeback with the golf ball rollback?
No.
No.
No, but I think plebs will still continue to spend $8 on a dozen on their ball. That's where they need to stay.
Definitely.
But anyways, so we get done, we go to the clubhouse, and I'm in there. John Daly actually sits down and has a conversation with me, but I wanted Duvall's autograph so bad. So he signs his card, he comes walking down the stairs, and I'm standing there, and I'm like, Mr. Duvall, can I have your autograph? And I'm just scared, right? I'm nervous. I'm a little kid. I'm like, oh, this guy's my idol. He looks at me, he looks away. I was like, I'm ready to do your helmet, Mr. Duvall. He looks again. He walks over to the caddy master and then immediately has my little fat ass removed from the premises. Takes my fucking badge away, kicks me out. I was forever scarred.
That is not.
I don't even think I said fuck thing. I walked out of that place like, fuck David Duval. I fucking hate that guy. He's a piece of shit. Anyways, so that's a Duval story.
You hate to see it.
I went home and cried in the shower, dude. Like, it's just a bad deal.
So, just a note to all the pros out there, don't be that guy.
Don't be mean to fat kids. This is a lot for them.
You know, your brother did say, he goes, bad day to be a fat kid.
Bad day to be a little chub scout out there walking around trying to count at like little autographs. And David shut me down. I don't think he knows the torrential downfall that would come from that until I was at least 25 years old. So we won't talk about it.
No.
Didn't find myself till then, and here we are. So we're good.
Man.
Fuck
wow.
David Duval.
I love David Duval, but I don't like that story. Don't like that story. Don't
you
like that
asked.
story. Yeah, I mean, people.
What's the next note? Let's carry on. I'm getting emotional thinking about it.
Let's move into this. Actually, no. We gotta get a little bit deeper into the Players' Championship.
Let's get deep.
All right. What's your favorite hole out there outside of 17? One's a great hole.
One.
How many? And let me ask you this question: how many times have you played TPC Sawgrass on Tiger Woods?
Religiously.
A lot. So
Heartbeat comes on.
Oh my God!
Might go in.
You hit that 54. Shot on Tiger Woods.
Oh, I might go buy that game tonight on eBay. Just like
I might have to buy just a PS5 so I can just play.
Yeah, the old one.
Yeah. Man.
Yeah.
That Masters series was great too.
You're pulling on some adolescent strings right now, man.
Just bringing back memories here. What?
Good one.
Yeah.
Mountain Dew, Doritos, 300 pounds, and yeah.
And heartbeats.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, no. Thank God you weren't ripping rails while feeling that. Oh, no. The heartbeat's going.
Oh.
Okay. Now, as we move into the Swanee Style segment.
Carry on.
All right. Well, first of all, Swanee Style segment here. And, I didn't get into my favorite hole on the Players' Championship.
You didn't.
Jesus. What am I thinking here?
You agreed with me. You said one's good.
I love one.
We love part 3. What is it?
I'm going to go with 18 because the water down the left, you got to hit that. You got to hit that draw. And what I love is watching JT play that hole because he's got that low sniper.
Oh, you're talking about the one that he pulled the shit out of and like got real lucky that it was 4 feet up? Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, love it.
That one.
Love that shot. I wonder if Bones is going to tame him this week. Be like, hey.
We'll see.
Let's not hit the low sniper anymore.
Let's get up on the right.
Yeah.
God, how many times have we seen Tiger tee off there? Just little stinger, little hook.
Agreed.
Yeah.
So now let's get into the Swanee Style segment where tonight.
Now a quick word from our sponsor. Swanee's is here with a fresh take. Performance-based materials are a given these days. But if you're looking for the stretchiest and most lightweight pieces that deliver a look that says, I'm here for a good time, take a walk on the Swanee side. With fabric sourced from recycled plastics and designs sourced from our very own weekend warriors, Swanee's is looking out for both our planet and those that need a little style to boost their drive another 15 yards. Premium looks from top to bottom at swanees.co.
You're gonna be the judge, and I've got the Swanee's fit. So this is the first time I have been head to toe in Swanee's, outside of obviously the Jordans I've got on. But just imagine.
You got it. We do this every time now. It's got to be a thing.
The Jordans that I have on
StockX now
actually have a little bit of teal and purple in them, so it actually matches the entire outfit.
The guy looks like $1 million.
So if you're listening to the podcast, I've got the Swanee's Tiger hat on, which is from the Boom Island collection. Underneath the quarter zip, it looks like the Masters. I don't know. Like,
you ever think that
Magnolia.
This would lead you into being like a male model, like it has?
No, but I love it.
It's pretty cool.
Absolutely love it. But I got the desert polo on underneath that matches this. And then I finally have a pair of shorts from Swanee's. I had them send me a pair of shorts. So on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm not going to be offended. Not going to be offended.
You're asking my
This is not going to be your light. You're the judge.
Dude, you look like an 11. You look like
11.
every Chad's dream right now.
Wow. You got to love it. I mean.
No, you look like $1 billion.
Do you think I could be the role model for the Chads?
I think there's like 10 million guys that book golf trips every year, and they are hoping that they walk out of their hotel room
looking like this. It's fair. This is from the Boom Island collection. So first off, Pole Hook Golf 25 at checkout at Swannies.co. Get yourself this Boom Island collection. This is my favorite stuff so far. And by the way, I don't know if on the broadcast you can see the hat or not.
You can.
But it is a tiger with a club in its mouth. It's fantastic. Matches the whole get up. So yeah, if you're going on a golf trip anytime soon, this is the setup for you. Now, with that said, we also have, do you like calf socks with shorts? So I saw Lucas Herbert out there at LIV Golf Hong Kong, and Lucas Herbert had like the 3 stripes going around and the calf sock. I've never been a fan of it.
It's a street look, like and the kids love that shit.
In the UK, is it in America though, or just the UK, like overseas?
No, I think it's unanimous, man. I think it's just a look that's
looks like a grandpa.
It was cool in the
I think my
90s.
grandpa wore those.
I hate it. I wish it never came back, but it's popular and it sells, so I get it.
Yeah, it goes just up to like the lower cap. I wish I could show it on the screen.
Well,
I don't
did it too, right?
All right, let's see. Would you? Oh, here. Oh my God, we have just been challenged, Buttsy.
What does that mean?
So Chad Gamblin coming back at us again here. Would you accept a match against the Stick It Boys? I mean,
this is a loose little attempt at promo here, Chad. Jesus Christ.
I'm all for it.
Oh.
I appreciate the effort.
Are you kidding me right now? Oh my gosh.
Chad.
Oh, you better be laughing in your house, you stupid son of a bitch.
So, Chad, here's the thing. I've never turned down a challenge in my life.
No, we're in.
We're in.
We're in.
We're absolutely in.
Fuck it.
Get ready. Get your sticks ready, Stick It Boys.
And they stick it, let me tell you.
Where do they stick it?
Well, they do some weird things in the, yeah.
Sounds like
Get
it.
into that later. It's not appropriate.
No, it's definitely not. All right. Well, folks, once again, we are here at Trevor's Liquor in North Scottsdale on Mayo Boulevard. This place is unreal. If you're watching on the YouTube channel, so I'm going to describe it for the podcast listeners. We've got 2 TrackMan golf simulators here. Huge bays. Absolutely huge bays. You've got an awesome setup. The chairs that we're sitting in. You've got leather couches here. And behind us, you've got a bar restaurant where they make fresh pizza from scratch, which
And I
pizza's
mean
a tough
actually
thing.
scratch.
Yeah,
Like, I think he said they make their own cheese.
They
every
do.
day.
they make the mozzarella
I
here.
think I saw you got a $40 deal, $40 an hour on the weekends. You come in here, have brunch, play golf in the afternoon. You don't even have to play golf. This is a place to spend your weekend. It's pretty well.
It's unreal. And then there's a liquor store here as well.
Yeah, it's a whole grocery store next.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
It's incredible. And then there's a cigar bar right on the other side
Yeah,
of these
right in the
cameras
back,
as
cigar
well,
lounge.
where
You
some
know,
of our
whiskey.
fans are here as well.
We're doing a whiskey tasting
Yeah.
tonight.
Hello, fans. Can we get a little round
Hey,
of
don't be
applause
loud
for
or
the fans?
anything.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, there they are.
The fans are here. The fans love it. We're here for the people. That's
Four
what we're
feet,
here for.
4 steps above a peanut. Yeah.
See it, Trevor's, and I don't think this is going to be the first and only podcast episode from Trevor's.
No,
I think this might become a little bit of a staple.
Yeah, I like it.
I do too.
Beer's
Big fan.
cheap. They have some really exotic bourbons. A lot of good choices here.
Yeah,
Great charcuterie board. I don't even know how you say it.
I mean they got great buckets too.
Yeah, those thin little crackers. You don't even know what they're made out of. They don't really sell them at the store, but
It's a Modelo football
pretty
helmet.
good.
Love that.
Reminds me of being baptized. It's like the same cracker.
Just dipping your head underwater.
Yep.
Baptism.
And with that, we'll move right along.
LIV Golf Hong Kong recap. Let's go, baby. LIV Golf. I mean, is there a better segue than going from being baptized to LIV Golf?
There's not.
There's not. Not sure that the Saudis would agree, but here we go. We've got LIV Golf Hong Kong, which you now
Yeah.
have become a super fan.
A super fan.
I mean, so I really pushed Buttsy. I'm like, man, how many times he's like, I occasionally watch LIV Golf, but now you have gotten into it. You're like, you downloaded the LIV Golf Plus app.
Oh my God, it's free. There's no commercials. You're getting live conversation with the caddy almost every shot. You get the shot tracer. And you know what I like about it the most? They're not just focused on marquee grips that are in the top 2 or 3. Guy holes one from across the green. He's 5 over par.
shot after shot after shot after shot.
Yeah, you go, hang on a sec, let's go watch that real quick. Okay, back to this.
Let's go see Lucas Herbert, who's not in contention, but Ripper GC, and then he's got his calf socks
and then you get the team out. You get the little team rating down at the bottom. Like, you know where everybody's at real quick. It's perfect for the modern day golf.
Yeah, you really enjoyed it. You were texting me overall. You're like, dude, this is the best shit that I've seen in a long time.
I was so enthralled by it. Like, I watched it till like 2 o'clock in the morning.
I think that was the best part of it for me. Is like, I'm a night owl, so I love sitting there watching it all night.
Yep.
And then the next day I got Bay Hill. So it was pretty sweet of a setup.
If you like golf, there's nothing better.
It was
Stop
a great
reading
weekend.
LIV. It's fucking awesome. Yeah. Anyways.
The golf course. Now, the golf course got a lot of criticism from the haters about being 6,700 yards.
One guy was talking about the smog.
The smog.
Fuck that, man. They're just playing that shit old smog.
It's Hong Kong, man.
You're going to hate on LIV because of the smog.
Oh, and then they're like, oh, it's a Mickey Mouse golf course. I'm like, okay. So are you saying that Marion Golf Club sucks and they shouldn't have held a U.S. Open there?
That is.
Because that's 6,500 yards.
It's the same shit.
Yeah.
It's not easy. It's not like it's 6,500 yards right in front of you.
And it's like, well, it's a chip and pie golf course. And I'm like, have you been watching? Because clearly you haven't. That's the thing that bothers me is like people that want to criticize LIV, at least watch the goddamn thing and criticize it like professionally.
They haven't even given it a chance.
No, because if you watch this golf tournament, the golf course played top. Bryson DeChambeau did not just bomb it everywhere and chip up to the green and make birdie on every hole.
No,
he
the
didn't
green
even
complexes and where the flags were at, and how fast the flag. Like, I saw so many good shots roll off, and like guys have to get up and down. I mean, it's a ball striker's golf course.
I loved watching that because accuracy was the attribute you needed over absolutely just bombing the ball, and it was refreshing.
I was just going to say it's refreshing to see golf like.
Oh, here we go. We got another.
Who is that?
So this is from. I can't quite see the name. I apologize. Mad Skills 2. Mad Skills 2.
Did you create that when you were like 12? When did?
It's a pretty good name. But definitely it feels like you're a gamer, maybe.
That's what I'm saying. That's an old thing.
It's an OG. It's an OG name, but LIV kicks the shit out of the PGA when it comes to coverage. And I'll say this: the first 2 years of LIV Golf, I hated the broadcast. I thought they were just over the top, used car salesmen, trying to say how perfect everything was, how much better everything was. Now this year was the first year that I'm like, holy shit, the broadcast. And somebody actually brought this to my attention, who is a fan of LIV Golf. They're like, I could really do without the podcast promos all the time for Fairway to Heaven so it's the LIV Golf podcast with Sue Ann Hang and what's his face. And literally they're like, I could do without that and I could do without the LIV line. I'm like, I could do without that.
Let's focus on what we're trying to do here, grow LIV.
But I will say this, the broadcast is night and day better this year. They've brought in a new personality as well. I'm blanking on his name, but really good from a broadcast standpoint. And I've enjoyed it from day one, but now I'm actually enjoying the broadcast. I used to have to mute it a little bit. Faraday was the only one that I'm like, he's the only one keeping it real. But now they're to the point to where they've got the hang of things. I think they have allowed them to start being themselves a little bit more, which Faraday was never not going to be himself.
I agree, but so we were up in Payson this last weekend at Chet's place, who's in here watching. He's got a lot of questions. Stick it guy.
We got another one here from,
well, hang on a sec. So he made a good point. The broadcast feels a lot like the DP World Tour a little bit. And my argument to that was, it's not even an argument. We need like a salty American flavor to the broadcast. Because when he said that, I started watching it and I was like, fuck, it kind of does have that feel. It feels like watching the European Tour in like 2008. Like, you got two guys with strong accents. We need somebody in there to like, hey man, he hit a hell of a shot here by Dustin. Like,
I do think you need somebody like me and you just to be in the broadcast booth, just be like, oh shit, Abraham Ancer absolutely shanked that one. You hate to see
just regular,
So just some regular regular dude spitting the shit. And Thomas just threw in here that he was happy to see some players wore pants. He roots for Koepka and not finishing above Rahm. Or did I read that correctly? I don't know.
I can't see it.
Yeah, so Thomas, there you go. And then we've got Austin back again here with LIV Hong Kong champ, bro. Just doesn't have the same ring to it as Players champ, bro. Siwoo Kim.
It doesn't.
It really doesn't.
Not yet.
But I will say this, it was great. I think everybody forgot how good Abraham Ancer is. Abraham Ancer is a stud. He's not a bomber of the golf ball, and he has not played. I mean, this is his first win on the LIV Golf circuit. So welcome back, Abraham Ancer, which if you didn't know, he's also got a new tequila brand as well that he launched. So
They all do that.
he's been working on the business end.
What's it called? Do you know?
Don't know.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not promoting that.
You could tell.
Bushwood Spirits, everybody.
No, I'm not saying promote it. I'm saying it's not Ciroc. Anyways, you could tell that it was the first time that he found himself back in the heat, though, because he had a 5-shot lead. He had a 5-shot lead for a while, and he had a lot of holes to there where he could have just gone Tiger style and won by 8.
So at the beginning of their final round,
That's what I'm saying.
I got a feeling this is going to tighten up.
It tightened way up.
And how about good on freaking Abraham Ancer, because he hasn't won in a while, right? And winning with a big lead. Bobby and I have talked about this numerous times on this podcast. And one of the toughest things to do in golf is to win with a huge lead heading into the final round, sleeping on it, and then heading into that final round. It is really tough to close that out against such great players. But how about Abraham Ancer ends up in a 3-way playoff against Cam Smith and then also Paul Casey and comes out winning
Casey.
the playoff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did. Did he make a putt?
He not only made a putt, he made a hell of a shot on 18 in the first playoff hole.
Did you watch it all the way through?
Yeah.
What time was that?
Like 2
I
a.m.
was gonna say 2:30, right around the hour time.
I also had taken an edible and I was really fucked.
Well,
So I might have been hallucinating a few things. I got the whole thing.
you're honest.
Oh yeah, the wife comes out. She's like, "Are you sleeping out here tonight?" I was like, "LIV Golf."
I know it looks that way, but hang on.
I look up at the TV. It's off. I'm like, "Where'd it go?
Camping.
Where'd it go?" They just finished.
I'm glamping in my living room trying to get to the end of this.
I definitely was
really
really
podcast coming up. I need to know the fakes.
Oh, here we go, Thomas. I had 2 tequila shots as Ancer lifted the trophy. It was great.
Good for you, Tom.
Well done.
Oh, cheers
now,
to
was
you,
it
bud.
Abraham Ancer's tequila? Because otherwise, I don't know if I
Well,
could.
we got the name of the tequila.
Do we? What is it?
We got a help from the Peanut Gallery here.
Thank you, Peanut Gallery. Appreciate it.
It is
you guys.
called
The audience is killing it.
Fleca Azul Tequila.
Flicka Azul Tequila?
Flecha.
Flicka.
Fleca.
Flicka.
Flicka Flocka Flame.
Flicka Flocka? I think that's a rapper.
It is.
Yeah.
I think it's named after him.
Do you think he stole it from him?
Strong play, if you ask me.
Did they trademark it?
But I don't know.
Hate to see that.
Next show, we'll get into that.
Yeah, we'll get into the
Ancer gets
trademark.
sued by rapper Flicka Flocka Flame.
Really upset about the name of his tequila. Now, as we get deeper into LIV Golf Hong Kong,
Yes.
you can only go so deep in Hong Kong, but when you go deep, the Crushers do it again. They crushed.
They did.
They crushed it out there.
Team golf.
Very, very impressive of what they're doing because the Crushers single-handedly have proven the team model in this entire thing. Their guys are not winning individual championships.
No, they're
But
team golf.
Their team golf is winning. And one of the best things LIV did was count all 4 scores on Sunday.
Uh-huh.
You cannot hide.
Yep.
You cannot hide any of your players. Everybody has to play well in order for you to win. And Crushers go back to walking back, and they
Yes,
do it from
they do.
comeback style.
I got into an argument with a guy on Instagram.
Love
about
that
this.
for you.
Well, it happens 300 or 400 times.
Love
a
the
day,
dog
but-
tag, too. I just noticed it.
Did you see that?
It's blinging.
Yeah, it's not my grandpa or anything.
No, just blinging.
It's a loaner.
Yeah.
Can't afford it, so I borrowed it from a jewelry store today.
Love that.
So I got a podcast tonight. I promise I'll bring it back. Anyways,
A lot of diamonds on there.
No, this guy. So he's talking about I hate the team aspect. I'm trying to see your point. I said, "Do you ever play college golf?
Yeah.
Anybody that grew up playing golf competitively, you have there's never been a team aspect and an individual winner. So what the fuck are you talking about? Yeah, there is. Anybody that ever played college golf, you got a team and you got an individual medalist. You're absolutely playing to beat everybody, but you're also trying to help your team. LIV embodies that. It's like, for me, it's like really cool. Yeah, like I'm getting into it.
I enjoy it a lot. And actually, there was a comment from one of the Twitter X accounts, Red. He's a big LIV Golf fan. And he said about the PGA Tour last week at Bay Hill, he's like, man, how great would it have been on Sunday if there was a team aspect when Scottie Scheffler has already run away with the golf tournament? We know he's going to win.
But now you got
Wouldn't it
this.
be great if you had the team
Fucking
to
awesome.
actually have another aspect?
Again,
and I agree.
We talk about this every week now, and it's only going to get better and better. The product is getting better and better. It's something that people need to just give themselves the chance to get into.
Yeah.
If you know the teams and you understand where the points are coming from and how it's scored, you're going to understand real quick that the team plus the Indy is the way to go.
It really is. I've really enjoyed LIV this year. I know a lot of people are going to hate on that, but that's okay. I'm absolutely okay with that. Let's see what else we got here.
I'm about 9 minutes out from the piss break, man.
Thomas said no, it was not. He had Patron. I don't know how
Patron?
people feel about Patron. I've always been a fan of Patron. It's
Yeah,
okay with
saying. It's what every 23-year-old orders at the bar because they don't know shit about tequila. It's facts. What do you want? You want tequila? Patron? Can we get a Patron
Actually,
shot?
Casa Azul or whatever it is.
That's if you come from
The
the rich
the
fan.
white and the blue base. I fucking love
Yeah,
that.
silver spinner. Yeah, you know what that
Love
is.
that. All right. So most people who are LIV Golf fans or non-LIV Golf fans are aware that Anthony Kim is back playing professional golf.
Sorry, I was vibing like.
And I've got a question for you. Yeah, not as good. Not as good. Just a little shoulder shake there.
That's all I got, bro. I'm built like a water heater. What do you want?
I felt like I was watching Will Smith in that movie going
not
just
good.
back and forth. Back and forth. All right.
So, what was your question?
Anthony Kim, do you think with his 65 on Sunday that he's back? Or do you think, okay, that was a fluke, that was a good round, he still needs to
Not a fluke.
get the rust off?
Not a fluke, not back. This is called reintegrating into professional golf after 12 years. Still got it. Working your ass off. Working your dick off, some would say.
You think so?
Dude, he's busted his ass. He wants to. He would not have accepted. I know the money and all that's great, but he's got something to prove. He doesn't want to be a flash in the pan that came back for a few bucks and goes down in history as somebody that they would have rather fallen in love with the legend of Anthony Kim and never seen him play again.
I'm in love with the legend
He's
of
going to
Anthony
win a
Kim.
fucking tournament this year. I keep saying it. It's going to happen.
Except, I still feel like Anthony Kim looks and feels like a shell of himself.
Bullshit.
I just do. I think.
Where does that come from?
The 65 was a bit of a fluke. I
Why?
don't know, because maybe it's his face. I don't know, man.
Well, his face is fucked up. They should frankly have him wearing like some sort of a mask. I don't know.
Oh my God. Should he be like one of those Mexican wrestlers with the mask on?
Oh.
Like Rey Mysterio or something?
What?
Holy shit.
Weird flex. What a drop.
I think.
You were a fan when you were a kid.
Oh my God.
You
I
had one of those little
loved it.
tank-like dolls, and you fucking wrestled that thing to the ground when you were 9.
I had 3 of them. Macho Man Randy Savage, Hulk Hogan, and Ultimate Warrior.
You had the one that made noise, too.
No.
Ooh.
No.
Tackled it into the couch.
No, but I
Time to go to bed, Matt.
used to jump off couches and land on those things.
Just double suplexing a 1.5 foot tall action figure, folks. Anyways, let's move on.
Oh yeah, here's a really good point from Austin, and they brought this up on the LIV Golf broadcast.
Okay.
And he didn't have his golf clubs fitted to him.
I saw that, and even pissed off Paul brought this to my attention,
pissed
but that
off
was
Paul.
last week. That was last week. He got fit before Hong Kong.
No,
Yes,
so
he did.
that was the original report, was that he got fitted before Hong Kong, but he's
Shit
still
was too
not
upright.
correct. So they bent it a little bit, but he hasn't been fully fitted yet. So like they're gonna get him in to a tour van and actually have him go through.
Oh, we haven't
hit
gone through the
shots again.
bag yet.
Exactly.
Got
They
it.
just bent his lie angles. Unbelievable. Paul, you got to get with the picture here. If you're going to be our on-course commentator for Golf World, you need to pick up your shit. I need you to be like,
Oh,
hey,
sorry.
here comes Scotty. He's got it raw. He's got a tough lie in the rough.
Oh, he hasn't been Scottie. When you're gonna find out about Scottie, he hasn't been fit yet. You see, his putter's got.
Oh shit! So I'm getting chirped. Here we go. Here we go. I'm getting chirped. 65 in a tournament isn't
fluke.
I like that. Hey, come strong to the hole. Listen, it's a basketball reference. Come strong to the paint or don't come at all. So I appreciate you, Chad, coming strong to the paint.
If we would have seen, like, let's call it 2 or 3 chip-ins and maybe a 60-footer drop and just some weird shit, a good bounce off a wall somewhere that equated to that, but he just played a really fucking great round of golf.
He did play a good round of golf.
And he still got power.
Which, by the way, I'm an Anthony Kim fan, so I want to see him play really well. I'm just skeptical. I'm skeptical, and that's about it, because maybe I got a little butthurt over saying that he was going to shoot 1 under par for his first tournament back after 12 years.
I said he was going to fucking win.
I know.
I was a little ahead of my time.
Just got absolutely destroyed. We both got destroyed on that one, which is okay. But
ask the audience this.
Here we go. Hang on. Mad Skills is back again. If AK figures out how to get off the tee, he'll be golden. He was putting his ass off, which is true. His short game actually looks pretty good, and I will give you that.
Does he finish in the top 10 in the McCollum?
And then, by the way, I don't know if this is valid, by the way, that he doesn't know how to use a TrackMan. He actually, was it Brooks or DJ? Like one of them, in Jeddah, he had them showing him how to use a TrackMan.
Look,
which I'm like, okay, 12 years ago, I get it, but like,
that.
I don't either.
This guy has been playing $100,000 money games in Vegas against some of the best players in the world for the last 10 years. He hasn't just been sitting at his house not swinging the golf club. That's what people don't understand. Multiple sources. He has been playing skins games. He's been playing against really good players.
I know, they have really made it sound like he has not picked up a golf club in 12 years.
Dude, he wasn't just sitting on a boat somewhere waiting for Jesus to find him. He's been playing golf. Are you trying to tell me he didn't go to Las Vegas Golf Club and get fit for a driver ever?
Like, he belongs to a club in Dallas.
He has a Ventus shaft in his driver. It doesn't come stock with that. He had to make a decision to put that shaft in his club. He's been fit on some level, so I don't buy all that shit.
I definitely think that he is somebody who just wasn't aware his lie angles got out of position. Because that recently happened to me. To where I went in to Second Swing Golf here in Scottsdale, and they dialed me right back in. He goes, man, your lies were all over the place.
Right.
I'm like, yep. Okay. And with blades, that happens. With forged blades, they're soft. They can change.
2 months is too long.
100%. So that's Anthony Kim for you. Now, for all the LIV Golf fans out there, how do you feel about another 2-week break coming up?
Oh, boy, I hate it already.
Right? It is a tough thing to digest as a fan. It's like, man, why are we going on these 2-week breaks? Now, players, they're getting this great schedule. International golf, they got to fly back now. Next event's in Miami. But you've got a bunch of guys that are staying over in Asia, and they're going to play, first of all, in the International Series of Macau. Macau. Presented by Wynn. So you got Anthony Kim. Anthony Kim is going to be playing. Carlos Ortiz, David Puig, your boy Pat Perez.
Oh, yeah, Patty.
Sebastian Munoz.
Well, Patty probably don't want to come home.
Jason Kokrak. No, not after a lot of these Instagram posts that I've been seeing. I mean, and granted, I don't get to see them because I'm blocked, but I get sent these from our fan base at Polo Golf constantly. And I love it because I'm just like, oh, fuck, man, that's some fucked up shit. Now, Hudson Swafford, Lucas Herbert, Mito Pereira, Patrick Reed, Andy Ogletree, Graham McDowell, Ian Poulter, Sergio Garcia, Kale Samuja, Kieran Vincent, Kaye Samuja.
Sounds like
Eugenio,
something they sell at Whole Foods.
Oh, actually, I have this pronunciation correct. Eugenio Shakara. Okay? Wade Woodspeed, HP3.
On the Whole Foods menu.
And then former LIV players are playing this week as well. Good old appearance from Siwon Kim, James Pia, and Jed Morgan. Jedediah, I used to call him.
Jedediah, you're Jedediah gonna win it.
Da-da-da. You come straight from the Amish land of Pennsylvania. Da-da-da.
You know, he built his own wagon in 2007.
He did, and he used to have those curly sideburns,
Yeah,
too.
his family doesn't own the motorized vehicle.
But then he joined LIV and got a haircut.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
What did it look like before? We don't know.
Don't know.
Very good.
Yep.
You're not supposed to break.
Dude. I try so hard.
Come on.
LIV Golf Miami is next in 2 weeks. That's going to happen the first week of April.
Yep.
Which is really disappointing. Really kills the momentum, man.
Well, let's back up a second. So you were talking about the 2-week hiatus.
Macau.
Well, the 2-week hiatus. Or the 1 month hiatus. We said that's the longest that LIV goes without playing another event, right? So
Oh, we got a poor Pat here.
he's not forked.
Oh, hang
Anyways.
on, no. And then Run PMC, who's been a long time listener, he goes, Wait, what are the posts?
What posts?
You were signing Pat.
My name on Instagram is _Buttsy. Shoot me a TM and I'll be happy to share.
Shoot Buttsy a DM, he will share those.
I will not share that publicly.
What's this one? One of the best courses they play, Blue Monster, in Miami.
Yeah.
Good old Trumped around.
I've played
The
it.
Trumpster bought it all.
I've played it, and it is hard.
It's a great course.
But we were talking about the hiatus, right? So let's touch on that for a second.
Let's go back to that. I'm going to take a swig. You go.
Do we disagree that on LIV off weeks, I'm not saying the entire field, but some of the top guys, if they so choose, and those events happen to be elevated tour events, they should, on those off weeks, be playing in those events. They should be playing on tour.
Matt Skills did correct himself. He goes, I didn't mean poor. He meant bless his soul. Or bless his heart.
How do you go from poor to bless his heart?
Well, poor people.
Oh, I see what you mean. Got it. Bad Skills. Can we call you by your real name? Calling you Mad Skills, I feel like I'm playing Call of Duty or something.
It's tough to call you out as Matt Skills. But
It's weird.
Can
I go Pete?
No, not yet.
Okay, tell me when.
We're not done with the podcast.
Tell me when I can pee.
Yeah. All right, first of all, so we're going to get to all of the audience questions. You guys have been great, chiming in all night. But let's wrap this up, okay, so that you can take a leak, and then we'll just be live streaming from that point forward.
Touch on some things.
I do want to thank our sponsors once again. I am head to toe, basically, in Swanee's Golf tonight. The Tiger hat. I've got literally the Boom Island collection on. For us Arizona guys, by the way, Swanee's came out with their first, desert theme. That's the polo underneath. And then the shorts. What I will say...
Hold on a side. Let me see that thing. What is it? Oh, it's got the sun and the mountain.
And
Is that 4 peaks? Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that's pretty
really
sweet.
cool.
It's
Yep.
got cactus on there.
Sorry,
the whole
that's
nine
really
yards.
cool
Yeah.
shirt.
It's
Jealous.
funny. So go to swanees.co. Use promo code BullhookGolf25. Get 25% off your entire order at swanees.co. Then we also want to give a shout out to Bushwood, which I've been
Huge
drinking
shout out to Bushwood.
all night. Good old Bushwood Spirits.
I
Go
will.
to bushwood.com. Use promo code BullhookGolf20 for 20% off your entire order. And here's the thing, audience.
It's like $20 off.
I know you can go to the liquor store and pick this up. Just do me a favor. If you want to support the podcast, use the promo code BullhookGolf20 and order yourself some Bushwood so that they get the recognition as well that our audience is loving Bushwood Spirits. And certainly...
It's phenomenal stuff. I mean, it really is. When they first sent me, I think they sent me 8 bottles and a bunch of things. They also have a vodka, by the way. Matt did touch on that. They have a wonderful vodka, but
They do the looper.
The better Kentucky bourbon than I've ever had, and for the price point,
I love the rye, the Stillwater rye. If you're a rye fan, get the rye. It's delicious.
you might see the price point and go, wait, $100.
20% off.
20% off, save it $20 off the top. But when you taste it, you're going to know right away, this should be in my local bar if it's not already. This is awesome stuff. It's really, really high quality bourbon.
So just remember, live streamers, we are going to stay on, but we're ending the podcast episode here. So we are signing off. See everybody until next week.